Welcome to the Ludus Colony. I'm Colonel Mustard, and we are about to embark upon a new series of what is, to me, a new game. It's one that I've heard a lot of good things about, so I've been looking forward to giving it a go. Said game is the Stanley Parable, released in 2013. 2013. I'm just now playing it. This is how long it takes me to get around to playing new games, because my Steam backlog is longer than P. Diddy's CVS receipt. I'm sorry. That reference doesn't even work if you've never been to a CVS, but you're getting it anyway. Deal with it. Anyway, the Stanley Parable was developed by Davey Reedon and William Pugh, and this is the Ultra Deluxe version of the game, whatever that means. Now, I've done my level best to steer clear of spoilers for this game, so I know virtually nothing about it. In fact, I shall relate for you now the fullness of my knowledge of it. I am dimly aware that it takes place in an office, possibly deserted, although I do hear voices, and maybe falls under walking simulator or puzzle or mystery or some damn thing. The one other thing is that I did see something about it having multiple possible endings, not just 2 or 3, which is bad enough, quite frankly, but a lot of possible endings. And speaking as an incurable completionist, that makes me very uncomfortable. But I will soldier on, like the courageous hero I am. So, there's not really anything else to say. It's time to journey into the unknown and find out exactly what a Stanley Parable is. Ever the end is never the end is never the end is loading, Nev.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
What a good little capitalist.
One day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, I think that was a hint. Right, welcome to capitalist hell. Yep, same. That's a picture of basically nothing. Okay. Well, narrator, is that it?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, can I zoom in? No. I'll never know what that page says.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh no, turned it off. I like work, I just hate my boss. Yeah, well. Okay, where is everyone? Meeting room. Where would you be if you were a meeting room? I've not been trying all these doors. I'm just assuming they're all locked, but I could have missed something interesting or secret along the way.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
Did he bollocks?
This was not the correct way to the meeting, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Exactly. I suspect I've made my first decision, because I believe this is a game where decisions matter, which I have to say, it's not something I don't like my decisions to matter. I know lots of people do, but I like to be served my game.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I mean, to be fair, it's better than all the other rooms. But yeah, I like to be served my games as the chef.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Look, narrator, don't sass me.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, he fucking didn't. I can't believe I'm getting sassed by the narrator. I'm not going in there. It's dark and looks like the kind of place I might get jumped by someone with a crowbar.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Look, I don't deal well with authority, okay? I'm not a rule follower. Well, I am a rule follower, but I'm not an order follower. I would not do well in the army. I'd constantly be going, but why though? That's stupid. Why would you want me to do that? Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000. Somehow I feel like that $5,000 is going to be the least of your worries. Right, well, obviously I'm going on here.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Her? Who's she?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Right, but I'm going to need to know more about, is she someone I want to let back into my life? I don't have all the information I need available to me. And who the fuck is closing all these doors behind me? Is it the narrator? Is he following me around, like just talking into my ear through a toilet roll tube? I mean, of all the doors I could have gone through, this is the least appealing, but I seemingly have no alternative. Oh, good.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Let me out. Let me out. I don't like this. This is creepy.
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices.
I'm a real
To think
boy.
I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
I just want to know why the phone is plugged into a power socket and not a phone socket.
But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then
AI.
provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack." Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make
Grief.
more than 8? Less?
Try not to.
And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
You see, the thing is, from that little video, if my choice is solve world hunger or spend the rest of my life forgetting how to read, then yeah, obviously that's an easy choice. But if someone tells me I have to solve world hunger, not spend the rest of my life forgetting to read, then because I'm a recalcitrant shithead, there is a strong chance I'll go, no, fuck you. I'm going to spend the rest of my life forgetting how to read, thank you very much. So, yeah, again, this is why I would not do well in the army. Right, I presume there is no choice but to clamber aboard the moving platform.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story.
Yeah, wouldn't that be...
story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse.
Damn it.
Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Tried to jump off, it wouldn't let me. Definitely, no. See, I did set up all the settings before I started, and jump is an option, but apparently not yet. Right, which choice does it want me to make again?
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
That's what you think.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
You see, the thing now is going through the right door would be extremely predictable. But I'm going to do it anyway.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Yeah, I think I've created a glitch in the matrix here. Don't think anything's changed. And oh. No, okay. Looks like I'm... Unless I sort of make sure I cover every corner of the room, I think I have no choice. Wait, I did check the door, didn't I? Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to do as instructed. Another dark room, but not as dark.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
That's a bit extreme. Termination Tuesdays, we're broke Wednesdays. Nope. Shit's fucked.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
You're welcome.
What, did you think that would be funny?
Yes.
You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Obviously, I'm now committed to the bit.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Ruining this narrator's day, and I'm feeling slightly bad about it, but... Nope, no reaction. No reaction.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Maybe it just didn't trigger.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right, I'll give it one more go, but I'm not sure.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as
Yeah, all right, I think...
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I think we've run out of reactions to the one on the right. Oh, the table's back. Tips for not getting
There
fired.
was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with a co-worker. Let it ball up inside you, take it out passive-aggressively on other co-workers, resent co-workers for not supporting you more. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay, slick blue graphic, bevel on all the text, calm and productive work environment. It's true. It's true. That will do it. Everyone is unique, you most of all. Obviously, I've got to watch this entire presentation now. Number of slides on this slide. Next slide. Thank you. Rate at which charts on the same slide depict the same information. Yeah. Rate of increasing graphs per slide. Sounds about right. What do people want? Things, money, more money. Boss appreciation minute. Yeah, no. Money, grasp about things, money. If you ever find yourself in conflict with another diligent employee like yourself, I don't think I've got time to read all these things out. Slides don't last long enough. Dreams of the future, transcend, plant life, football, comatose, spring break, less air, pollution, a boat, mitosis. Okay, right. I can concentrate on the whiteboards now. The stock market is somewhere here. What is hot? Profits. Yeah, this is all pretty accurate, to be fair. Death support portion of the primary review schedule. More water coolers, more water cooler heaters. Charts need to be more hip to appeal to teenage demographic. Find teenagers to put in teenage demographic. Big net, some sort of child trap. Well, this is a depressingly accurate office. Office party. Friday at 4 o'clock when everyone is least in the mood for an office party. Oh, dear. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Hire someone to synergize papers. Papers are too synergized. Fire paper guy. Hire somebody to fire the paper synergizing guy. Okay. Synergize core value expenditures. Shift global market paradigm. Monetize free to play. Yeah, this all. Oh. I am hashtag triggered. Ooh, broom closet. Is Chris in here?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
We have found stairs. Interact with everything. Oh, wallpaper. Paneling. Clearly where the boss lives. Less soul crushing. The beige pages. beige pages. Business time. Are hostile takeovers the new biannual percentage? Yes, I will be pointing out all the typos. Recommendations for the Oversight Committee. Wow, this is green. This is very green. Carte blanche et Mont Blanc.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code. Stanley spoke the code. Nightshark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
What if I don't have a microphone? Nightshark 115.
You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Nightshark 115. I doubt that would work.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What's up, Stanley? Yeah, I doubt actually speaking the code is that, because
is everything okay?
I do have a microphone plugged in, but I imagine most people wouldn't.
I need you to make a choice.
The end.
I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do.
Poor narrator.
As much time as you need.
Okay, well. Right, well, obviously some choices were indeed made there. I'm not sure they were necessarily the correct ones. The whole thing with the door, as I was saying, like interacting with it didn't do anything, and I'm sure just saying the code isn't, even though I did. I'm sure that's not the answer because, yeah, you wouldn't expect most people to have a microphone plugged in. So maybe there's just no way you can get through there. Who knows? Anyway, clearly I'm going to have to have another crack at this and see what happens if I make some different choices. But yeah, that will be saved for the next video, I think. So yeah, if you want to see a different outcome, come back for that. Until then, bye for now.